Ah. Boom, baby, boom. What's going on? Oh, man. What's going on? Good evening, good evening, good evening. Everybody doing all right? A meet in the house. Ambrose, what's up? Let's get it. Head and shoulders everywhere, says Sourlito. Deshaun, what's up, brother? Love the new Discord name change. You're just a great person. Thank you, John. Thank you, my friend. What's going on, Raise Mania? Hey, man. That's awesome, brother. That is awesome. I love to hear that. Thanks for sharing that, brother. Dale Napper in the house. Crystal Raven in the house. Shelly said making some Christmas money. Bum Fuzzle. What's up, P. Coley? Hopefully everybody's doing okay. Somebody said CMG. How about that CMG? Joe Rohana, what's up? Good to see you, Ambrose. Tony in the house. Patricia. Joe Miller, Z River Rats. Mike, what's up? User Heart RN. Burris County, good to see you, man. Good to see you. Not seen you lately. Good to see you, buddy. What's up, Wayner? I'm not muted, yeah. What's up, Cat? Sky J. All right, good to see everybody. I want to take a look at a couple things. I feel you, Magnum. I want to review something that I missed today. So this is what I like to do. I like to go back and analyze what I missed, why I missed it. I called Amazon early for everybody this morning on the live. And if you took it and held it, you did great. We got into this is how we back test stuff, guys. So we're going to rewind here back into the morning. Turn on VWAP. This is my basic setup for the scalping and the day trading, okay? You got to be up with yourself to improve. I want to show everybody a little something too. When you get these Danvers, yeah, I'll try to hit what's up, Switz? I'll try to hit the Q's and IWM. Timothy, what's up? I missed a really good play on Amazon on the live. We got some good plays this morning, but I missed this one. So I saw Amazon here breaking pre-market and approaching orb high. And I got that candle there to go in on. Right? But we were at previous day high also, so I knew this had to be broke also. But I didn't expect the pullback that we got. So when we take these things to protect yourself, if you took your position because of opening range, you can, one of two things, cut your position because of opening range, or you had to take your position because of pre-market, one or the other. I was going over this with somebody earlier. You know, as the candles grow on throughout the morning and the day, some of these have to become a dynamic support, and that's what the EMA is for. So right there shook me out. It looked like a bit of an evening star. I guess that's what you call that, an evening star pattern. Right at resistance. And we were losing momentum. So this is what I saw, and to protect everybody, I got back out. But I should have got back in. I missed this play because we just retraced right here to VWAP, right? VWAP. And then it proceeded to do that. This is what happens when we break structure, y'all. We got the cross back over on RSI, but sometimes, I mean, hear me out here. So y'all think about this while we're live day trading. Sometimes when you get shook out, and I'll say it's a bit harder on me sometimes because there's 700, 800, 900 people there following. Sometimes you're wrong and you have to get back in the trade. And I neglected to do that today. Like I totally missed that opportunity in my eyes. I missed it. So these are retests. So I mean, sometimes they give you another opportunity to go in. We could have went back in at pre-market. We could have went back in here at opening range and been just fine. But when we got rejected there, I got too busy on other stuff, plus I got too bearish, thinking, nah, this isn't going, because we got rejected right there. So in hindsight, of course, hindsight's 2020, but these indicators become a dynamic support. They're not straight horizontal lines all the time. You got to use these EMAs and your VWAP here as support. This was a good retracement to VWAP right here. Okay. And Amazon was a great play. I called it right, but I neglected to play it right. You know, I don't know. Maybe some of you guys got more on it. You did the same thing with Tesla Race Mania. Yeah, we got it on other play. We got a lot of good plays this morning. Look at that. At this point, y'all, this is a trend because we're on the 9 EMA. For any new people in here, that's why we run the 9 EMA. All right, you can get expensive indicators that give you trend bars and everything. Guess what? It's the 9 EMA. That's what it is. The 20's your secondary. It's a deeper pullback. But we were on a trend. When you break structure, you know, we broke pre-market, opening range, and previous day. This is why I wanted Amazon in the beginning. Was I saw previous day was getting close. And look at that 1 hour move. That was the 1 hour look at the beginning. There was the rejection. There it was. So, in hindsight, you can go back and pick it apart, but you can see this thing ran like crazy. It ran like crazy. And then we could have shorted it up at the top. We could have shorted it if we'd have stayed on it, but let's see where this rejected. 229. Amazon gives good opportunities sometimes here. I think this was just an inside bar on the daily, though. Turn off VWAP here. Yeah, I'm still not convinced we're reversing. It's possible, but I think this is, for me to get any kind of real bullishness, 232 on Amazon. That's the number on Amazon for me to get bullish. It can get some legs on it, but right now it's not there yet. It's not ready yet. All right, let's look at what's going on, Campos. JB, we can hit lift. Let's hit lift right fast. I don't think so, man. I think we're going to make a lower high up here on lift. I would almost assume we'll come back to there. Retest it and come back down. That's what I think. I could be mistaken. I don't know. I think we may get another up day if it gets through like the 9 EMA and above your signal line. But that's sort of the pattern I'm getting with the oscillators too. Sort of like that, A little bearish leaning. Let's look at the weekly. Yeah. It's a toughie, man. I'm a big believer in 19. It got a daily close under it. Oh, right at 19. So 19's holding. It's right at it, man. I think 19's your number on lift. It's got to hold it. It's that whole upper shelf of volume. What'd I do that for? Right there, man. So lift back over 2040 could produce $22. $22 move. 19 has got a hold on it. 19's got a hold. I like it long term, but I think I can get a better entry. I don't mind holding it for a long time, though, like shares. Okay? That's kind of what I'm doing. Oracle, And then somebody said Apple and the Qs. Let's look at those. And then I want to show you guys something. What's up, Ezra? Well, there was my last line right there at 186.30. Man, that's ugly on the weekly. $173. I would bet I think 173 is on the table now. Pretty nice volume here. We'll see how our momentum's going when we get down there. I think it's heading that way some still though on the weekly. The daily, let's get another look. Hmm. It's trying to flatten out a little down here on RSI. I will say. Where is RSI? The daily. 23.24. It's possible. At 177 is a pretty good level. If that breaks, 173 is on the table. It could start being interesting pretty soon. Be watching it down here in the 177 range. That's probably what I'll be doing. Okay. Hey, Fatih, how are you? What is Oracle now? Did something happen? Oh boy, have we missed it? Osvaldo, my brother. Okay. Oh wow. Oracle, huh? Wowzers. Well, she wasn't on my radar, I will say. Long way to go. Here's the 12-hour. $191.40. Yep. About there. Somewhere in this neighborhood here. 191.40 will be breakout. This could get a little run with some news, yeah. pretty oversold, huh? Okay. 190, 140 would be breakout. I mean, it definitely ripped after hours. And then 200 psychological level. Right up here. That'd be your two breakouts, guys. 190, 140, and 200, okay? Keep that on your radar. You don't want to lose 176 now. Local lows, okay? Somebody said IWM. Let's check that out. Everybody hanging with me? I got my comments up. Yeah, Joe Rohana, I think that DJT ran quite a bit on some news. What's going on, Maurice? Mr. T, I had CMG this past week as a good swing. I try to get one or two swings as often as I can. What was he wrong about on the cues, Maurice? Well, I don't think, did I miss a video? Yeah. Previous highs. $251. Just trying to bounce here. It's trying to bounce here, and I'd say you're going to come test 251, this general area, and see what happens if we can make another turn on the oscillators here, guys. If we can make that turn, here's yesterday's lows at 247, around 247. I think it's going to come back and test 251. It's a shallow pullback to the 20 right now. It's not broke it. $244, $245 be your last line of defense here. Okay. It popped today off of the 50 mark on your RSI, which is pretty normal. I think it's going to come back and test your signal line, which probably is going to be up here around the 251 mark. That's what I'm seeing. 670's not been hit, Maurice. Okay. Oh, the SPY going down to 670. Sam Davis, you been listening to UPS, huh? I've been on that one a while, man. Long term. I think it's a good one. Yeah, man. That's what I think on IWM. I think this was the deep pullback close to the 200. So it's in decent shape. Really don't need to lose 242. That would be a biggie on IWM. Okay. Let's hit SPY for a moment. 1 hour. See how my levels played today. Yep. Looky there. Tapped 675 to the penny. $677.50. And I had a line at 679.20. Went through that. Not bad. Not bad. It has, what's SPY doing overnight? It's already back in that channel. If I can bring the overnight for you. This is the 24-hour session. Let's do 1 hour on Webull here. Let's get rid of all of them here. Tried to come up out of it today. And got denied. Pretty much at the 681 level, which is what I've been looking at. So 681 still our resistance to get over. I like that. We didn't make a lower low. So from here, we're going to have to see if we can make a new high. Okay. Happy trade on SPY options, max pain 680 for facts, sitting then breakouts are getting clear. Good job, Dom. Tanvers, no problem. We have more data. More data, Charles. Let's see after. Oh man, look at my boy. That's right. That's right. Let's get rid of these. Let's go to 1 hour. Okay, here's our lows, guys. Pretty close. Would be cool on this 1 hour we made a little head and shoulders or inverse head and shoulders here. Right? Now here's your support line, 675.25. We can 675.50. Okay. Let's see if we hold 675.50 tomorrow. And we need to break 681. Yep. We need to break 681. Highs. Right there it tried, got denied. I like 681. So let's see if we break 681 tomorrow and begin to make a new high on a smaller time frame. Could produce a little more movement. Now, $675. Yeah, we're gonna have it's under this in the overnight session, but it can dip and come back in the morning. We'll see what happens in the morning. Okay, that's sort of what I'm looking at. On the daily, it's that same setup we saw on IWM. These are going to be similar. We're going to pop up here and retest some resistance now to see if we can get over it. That's what we're doing. It's going to come up. If we don't get through it, we're going to make a lower high. So that's my game plan, kind of dialing it down to a smaller time frame there and see what we do tomorrow. Tomorrow. Okay? All right, let me get some comments. What's up, Desi? Yeah, Jacob, it's showing lower on SPY right now. It'll often do that. Not on the daily, JC. That was on the 1 hour. I know I guess some people would think this could be an inverse head and shoulders. If this would be your shoulder and we're trying to form the other here, right? That's possible. That's possible. Close eye. What's the monthly doing? Curling down pretty hard. We'll see. Little at a time up here. This weekly needs to bounce and get back above my signal line. Would be really nice on the weekly. Day at a time right now on the SPY. All right. Oh, EL's been crazy, Ambrose. I saw it, yeah. Thank you, Raise Mania. Thank you, sir. What do you want, Tesla? Let's hit CMG for a moment, just in case anybody's still holding this. This was a beautiful rip. I hope some people got some of this with me. Told everybody yesterday if we held this this flag here around 3680, That would be looking for breakout today. Back above 37.50, I believe is how I had this. And then sure enough, there was your rip today. So this tapped $38 today. Let's look at the 4 hour and now the daily. This thing's still showing some strength. Wasn't crazy about this candle though today on the daily. We are getting awfully close to those previous lows right in here. So if you're still holding any of this, all I had left was runners. I told everybody profits the previous day, so runners was all that was left for me. It got kicked today. Pretty nice gains. Okay. What's up, Love 101 movie? All right. CMG. It's still looking fairly strong. Jaguar, when I'm day trading 920 and 200. If I'm looking at longer term stuff, I also watch the 9 and 20. That's your closer ones, but sometimes I'll throw the 50 and 100 in with the 200. Campos, that's what I was doing next. Yep. Every one. Every single one of them. Hoodwinked, 18% on CMG. Very nice. Tony Williams, not a bad idea. I think it was nice. It was a nice run, and we got most of it. Every single one. I actually wanted to share something on Webull with everybody here in a moment. If you guys would like to see an idea that might could help you. So I'll look at a couple more charts and then show you that, okay? No, wait, I was looking at Tesla for... Okay, Tesla. Here we go. I said this was strong a few days ago, and I was looking for this to continue, and it has. It's been a beast, like always. We broke previous highs, super bullish, okay? On the bottom side, I like the 465, maybe 468. It came down and tested it, right? Tested those previous highs back here, and it said, we like it. We're going to run off of it. And that's just what it did, man. This RSI back tested the signal line and hopped off. We're pushing again. Look at this weekly. Right back above the signal line. Man, this thing's a beast. I am up 108% on my shares from this year with Tesla. I'm telling you guys, when you get Tesla in the future on a daily time frame, anywhere around the 200 EMA, I can't tell you what to buy, sell, or hold, but I'm telling you, I bought all this back here under the 200-day moving average. Right. I'm up 105, I think, percent or something like that on shares. Just on shares. Just on shares, okay? Not counting all the trades that we've had through the year. This was the best one I had. Broke out of this pennant, if you guys remember this one with me, right? Boom, gone. Now, Nice pullback and a rip. She's going to eventually consolidate up here and have to establish support, right? We can't run forever. But now look at the difference. How much volume we have up here now. It's a lot. It's a lot. We've printed a really good support up here for Tesla. Prior to that, on the last run up, we go up here and measure this. Look at that. This is why Tesla fell so hard. There was nothing to catch it. There was nothing to catch it. That was from these highs back to here. Now, look at what we've printed, right? It's a great support for Tesla now, right? So anytime if this thing gives me 400, 420 again, I'll add more because I plan on holding this for 10 years at least. That's my plan with Tesla. No matter what it does, pullbacks, big pullbacks, I'll add more. I hope one day SpaceX goes public and we can invest into that. That'll be another Tesla to me. So overall, I think it's super strong still. On the small time frames, let's do the 1 hour. All right. What's it doing overnight here? Let's look. Kind of flagging a little. I'm looking, guys. I'm sorry. Well, that's what I just said a minute ago. 465. $465. I think you got some support at 480, brother. All the way down to 473. And then break out again back over 491. That would be top of that shelf right in there. 491.50 maybe, something like that. That's the short term. That's how I would play these four levels right here, brother. Hopefully that helps you. Under if 480.50 was to hold here, you probably bounce. It's a 10-point move back to the top. Break under this. That's an 8-point move down to this next level. And then a 7-point move back down here If you break that, this is how I play it on the short term. Okay. Hopefully that helps, brother. Maurice, do I agree? 670 will be filled. He's playing how to read. How do you think tonight's reading of Japan is going to impact the U.S. tomorrow? They're supposed to be increasing the rate by 0.2 historically. That caused a pullback. Tyler Smith, yeah. That's probably. I just ain't gonna BS you. I about said one. That's out of my wheelhouse. I will react to it and be on guard. I'm kind of in the mind of looking. When I look at, I'll go ahead and bring Q's up. When I'm looking here at the Q's and the SPY and all these the big boys, I feel like we're just rolling back up to test resistance. Is what I feel like. I think 613 is resistance on the Qs. And we could pop back up here to 620, 621, only to be rejected to come, nothing's going to fall straight down. Could be a bumpy ride down. I do think we're gonna, if the Qs break this 613 here, whatever I've got, 613. That we would just test a resistance above us. Right here's the POC from this last pullback. It's 622. That would make or break us right here. If we begin to make lower highs, all in the while the weekly momentum is fading. Right? Yeah. The weekly momentum's fading, but it's not giving up. Like, it's not super bearish till I fall below 50 down here. I go back and look at this move. Remember that move? Look how long it held. I mean, it still climbed. Price was still climbing up through here. While momentum was fading. But it wasn't till it really started flushing, back through 60, and when the bulls gave up at 50, that we really started getting some ground to the downside. So, yeah, this could just vacillate up here a little bit. It's got a nice shelf of volume up here. 594 on the Qs. Yeah. I've got to lose this upper shelf first to get real bearish, but it's starting to fade and roll over some. There's probably more consolidation up here at the top till it decides what it's going to do. Okay. Yeah, let's see here if I can pick a few more, guys. Nice Campos. Yeah. Netflix, NFLX. Let's do Netflix. I have been nibbling and buying a little at a time on Netflix. That weekly is getting pretty far down there, y'all. Just want to remind you, you got to ask yourself what kind of investment this is for you. So I look back here at the last time it ever got oversold on the weekly, where that pivot was back here, and if I'd bought Netflix at $20, I'd be sitting off a pretty. Whew. Of course, that's adjusting back from the split. So, yeah, I've been buying daily, a little at a time. When that weekly, there's my last number, 92. I've got an alert at 82. So I think if we break 92 here, we can come to 82 and hopefully start getting a turn down here. What I'm watching for. This is your biggest support, all through here. I'll just take this back to all the way at that low back there. So that's where it's hopped. Let me get rid of these. That's been support right there, 82, 2 times. And if we take that back to that was January of this year. April. There is January 2024. There we go. So that's the past 2 years. I'd almost suspect we get the 82. So I'm watching, man. I'm watching. I'm buying slowly and surely. This daily's under the 200 EMA. I think these are good buy zones for long-term holds, but I don't see any super turnarounds right now. MACD's trying to push up a little bit, but right here, about the $92 range. Getting a little consolidation here. Right in here. 92 to 97. Yep. And then right there at 105 was the last time we rejected. So we'll see what she does in the coming days, all right? Made kicks, yep. SMCI move. Are you talking about the down move? I cut it. If you're in the Discord, I announced it. On here, I think I said 31 was my cutoff, and it didn't hold it. So I got to respect that, right? There was 31. We've made two lower lows here on the daily. So this down move, this could turn around. I'm watching it every day, seeing how it reacts. Watching that 2770 level right there. Unfortunately, like if that don't hold, this thing can come all the way back to $17 pretty easily. So I would I would set an alert at right here around 27 and watch your oscillators for a bounce here, a turnaround of any kind on SMCI. I'd almost bet we're coming to 27. So if we get there and start looking good, I might take another stab at it. I had a really tiny loss here because we got a good entry, right? That's why. I feel you can't, folks. Oh. Can we get some story time, Mike? Don't think I've heard the full story of how you got into the market efficiency before you took Josh's advice to go full time. J. Paul, yeah, I think Netflix is coming on down a little more. Nike, I can do story time, but I don't think everybody signed on for that. I don't want to bore everybody. Welcome, Fat Tony. Um, pretty close here on Nike. Hmm. I'm looking here. I don't like it. It on the daily has failed at the 200 EMA to become. I mean, that's like a telltale sign to me. You can see all down through here. One time it broke out of it. Other than that, it's lived under it for a long time. You had one breakout here and right back under it. I'm not crazy about it. I think there are better looking charts. I think the MACD's rolling over here. If you lose 64, it's not going to be good. 64 and about 60 right here is going to be your What's the weekly doing? No, I don't think so. I think there's better opportunities than this. I'm not really interested in that. Could be something there that I'm not seeing, but I would watch that $60 level to hold or not. That would be actually 57 right here. 58. 58. Nice volume bar here on that weekly. Um, so yeah, watch those two, and then 70 for any more upside here. 69.50. Not crazy about it though. Looks a little weak to me. RSI is what? Did something happen overnight? Oh wow. I see. It's down to what? 58.50. Well, where did I just put that line at right there, guys? That's pretty close, yeah. It bounced off 58.50 basically, so I think my line was right, huh? What happened? Was it earnings? China weakness persists. Failed to convince investors of recovery. Man, not good for Nike. Not good for Nike. Okay. I wanted to at JPWA. You can email me if you're interested in getting that class. I'll do meta, and then I'm going to show something for my Weeble people on here. There was my line, 676.75. Let's go to the daily. Still intact here. This is still breakout, 676.75. That's still breakout to me. Get rid of my drawings, and I don't know 100% that classifies as a cup. It's not really rounded nicely, but boy, it sure looks like it. Here's your handle. It resembles it very well, I'll say. So the breakover, I could even adjust that to 674 probably right here. Okay. Oscillator's looking good. We're pumping on the daily. We start ripping over 60, it's probably going to go through that line, but that's going to be the telltale. It's been denied there once, twice, three times, and failed to break out. So that's the key. Will volume step in? Look at these volume bars versus these volume bars, the selling volume. Look at that. I don't see any of that coming in on the green like I saw that on the red right over here. So, yeah, I emailed you, Fatih. Yeah, if there's any new people here, would you just uh, mind to hit the subscribe button for me and the like button? That would help me out tremendously. So yeah, I still like Meta. We, I bought Meta down here at 5.95, so it was a nice buy. That was a good one. So okay, I'm gonna bring Weeble over for you guys for a moment. King JJ 0007, thanks for being here. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, Fatih, I'm sorry. I have another uh, Fatih that I have taught classes. I thought that was you. I'm so sorry. My bad. What are the odds? Right? Darren, yeah, I'll do Apple right fast, and then I'm gonna do this Weeble display. Hmm. 276 resistance here. It's fading. Yeah, it's fading. 265 support. Bit of a descending channel here. I would almost bet you're going to test 265 here. It did wick down close to it and hopped off, but still, it's pushing down a little. So I think you may come down and test this 265, and then you'll have to make a decision. A lot of gaps in there. Yeah, 265 for sure. I was right there. Dropping that could get us back down to around the 255 range, 252 to 255, okay? Under that ain't pretty. Yeah. And then you'll have to close. If you get a nice close above back above 272 for any kind of move, any kind of small move back up to 276. I think it's fading a little, man, to be honest with you. 264 is going to be your main support right now. Okay? Mike will give $10 for every like. I love it. Thank you, King, for subscribing. I appreciate that. So, let's check this out for all my Weeble people in here. We have, I've done a bunch of classes on Weeble, and uh, if you will think for a second, especially if you're new. If you're new to trading options, getting in on the cross of our price. Let's dial down here to the 5-minute for a moment. And let's do our opening range and pre-market here. Okay. We know we're looking at SPY, and let's say we decided to take this second time that we passed through pre-market, or right in here, right? Watching this cross the line and getting in and trying to hit your buy button and stuff at the right time can be tricky. If you're on Webull, you have the opportunity. Let's say I'm just looking at the Friday contracts, right? And I wanted to see those I want to see this contract on a chart instead of the asset, because it gives you a little more clarity as of what you're buying. So if I bought this call at 677, I probably would have bought a 680 call. And see, we can see these on a chart in Webull. It gives you that opportunity. I'm just going to blow it up full screen for a moment, right? This is the option on its own chart. And I would have known here by making my opening range the same way. Let's say I make it on the bodies, right? And I've got my first 3 candles marked on the bodies. Even if you wanted to mark the wick here. Let's say we were super conservative and we just marked the wick. Then we know at that point we could have bought this contract over here at 255. And instead of, because these are going to differ a little bit in percentage. You all know how option runs. It runs like crazy. You can have the asset going at the same time, but knowing that you're buying at 255 and you can set your stop at 230 or something like that, might be a little easier for you to track how much you're up, how much you're down, and how good your entry is, rather than just watching the SPY itself. I know maybe that don't make sense to some people, but it gives you a little more perspective as to how the SPY or as to how the contract is moving rather than the asset, right? Even though they're going to be moving very similar, the cost of these and how much you're willing to risk it's up to the option, not the asset so much, because we're trading the option. So on Webull, if you go to your watch list and you add a watch list, I'm just going to title it Max Options and hit OK. And then I go back over here and I go click Max Options. Well, if let's say I want to have Google here, right? And I know that Google's around the 301 mark, so I want to keep an eye on these $300 contracts. I can right click, view on a chart, or I'm sorry, right click and add to watch list. My bad. Right? Pick your contract, right click, add to watch list, and then I'm going to go choose the uh, watch list that I just created. Now it's on a watch list, and I'm looking at the contract, not Google. I'm looking at the contract. So I can gauge a little better as to how this contract's moving rather than Google, okay? So Al, I know I don't use Thinkorswim. So I think this will help you appreciate how the option is moving rather than uh, rather than the asset, and you can still see over here on Turbo Options whether you're up or down or how much you're up or down and all that good fun stuff. So if that's something you would like to do, you just create a watch list. You find the option that you want to track. Just pick something close to the money if you're day trading it. I could put the 300 call and the 300 put on that watch list. Now, I could even do grids and have two charts up, right? Why is it doing that? So over here, I'm going to load the put. That way, I know what the put's doing, what the call's doing, instead of just Google. I can trade that instead of the asset. You know what I mean? So, hopefully, maybe that might help some people. I don't know. Some people are getting lost when to hit the buy button, the trigger button. You know, when's the breakout? And I know on Google here, if I simply took the time to mark my first three candles here, I'm knowing that opening range is right here. Once I started breaking that, I could have bought these contracts. I'm sorry. Once I started breaking open, I'm looking at it backwards. Sorry. Right there. So I had the opportunity to buy Google on a breakout here, but I also know that I'm paying 415 and I can sell this for 440 just on this one candle, right? So you know a little more what you're paying, what the cost is, and all that, and maybe you can track the option better. Somebody had kind of mentioned this to me earlier, so I thought maybe some people might benefit from it. There is decay in these options, so they're gonna trade a little different than the asset's gonna trade, right? All right, my friends. Does the ladder prices work the same way? The ladder is, I don't know. I don't use the ladder a whole lot on Weeble. Um, but I've always thought it was pretty cool to be able to see the actual contract on a chart, and then if I add the stop loss to it, I can just drag it up and down on the chart. It's very quick. So I kind of like it. When I'm scalping by myself, I will throw the option on a small chart over on the side just to track it, because it does trade a little bit different than the asset does. There is a little difference in it. Makes you appreciate the price a little more. Hmm. Okay, my friends. Anything else you want me to look at right fast? I got a couple minutes. Do I think Tesla will fall to 384 next year? I haven't. Oh man, that is a really hard question, brother. I don't know. I would have no clue. It's a very specific number. I mean, you're talking about these last lows down here. Well, we've been making higher lows. So we'll see. I mean, I don't know. A day at a time, man. A day at a time. It's a valid question. Will Tesla pull back at some point? Yeah. But if you're a long-term investor, you know, you got to take your opportunities probably closer to the 100 and the 200-day moving average. You can see all through this consolidation, all your EMAs were coming together, looking for a move out. So, yeah. All right, my friends, I appreciate you. If you want to support me, one, you can click the description in the video. The very top link will bring you to the Discord. It is not my Discord. It's Stocks with Josh Discord. I would love to have you. And sorry guys. So yeah, if you want help doing this stuff every day, or you want a live day trade, that's what I do. It's what we do. And there's a lot of value there. You can click on the top link in the description. That'll bring you into the Discord. That's my link. So that supports me. If you wanted to join, I would appreciate that. Any of you guys want to upgrade to the VIP, that's my VIP link. Coaching is what I love to do and what I do every day. But coaching is hard to do to get dates, man. It's just hard. I can't keep up. So I'm doing more and more group classes. I'll announce the next group class very soon. And if you're interested in any kind of coaching, my email is in the description. I will get back to you. Sometimes it takes me a few days, but I will get back to you. Okay. Here's the last one of the night. Uber. Somebody asked for Uber. I did Lyft already, Michael. What's up, Andy? Jail Rohana, my affiliate link is in. Just tap the description in the video, and it's the top link. It says support me here. Thanks, Ambrose. Thank you, brother. Uber. I did this a few days ago for somebody. Depends on your outlook here. You know, are you long term in this thing? Is this a trade? I'm not sure what you're after on it, but it's going to test this 100-day moving average on the weekly. Looks like it has respected it multiple times. Each time it has respected it, I will note the RSI was around 40, which is where we are now. Um, it's missing. I'm not seeing any big volume step in, that's for sure. Like back here, that volume stepped in, you got that. This volume stepped in, you got that. You got a pullback. No big volume through here though. I'll be careful that if it doesn't hold the 100 day here on the weekly time frame, this could get a visit to the 200-day moving EMA. So these are EMAs. That's the weekly time frame. So a little careful with it. It's pretty weak. It is pretty weak. Um, Daily is trying to pivot. Your local low is about 79. That's your local low. It's under the 200 day. It's under everything on the daily. It's hanging on by a thread here, man. We're gonna have to go back and chart from there. So there is a lot of consolidation through here. Uh, Ultimately, this could get down here and test this $60 range. I would say 73 is on the table. If 79 don't hold, okay? That would be Uber. And anything to the upside is going to have to break 83. Okay? All right, my friends. Theo Trouble. What's going on? What's going on? There. Who is that? Teresa Abbott. I'm new to trading, trying to understand options. Um, Teresa, I would. Yeah, me too. Rocks, NC Rocks, me too. Um, I would encourage you to email me, Teresa, and I think I'm saying your name right, Teresa Abbott. You can email me. I will set up a phone call with you, okay? And I may have a class you might be interested in. I would love to help you. I would tell you don't start trading options alone until you've got a little bit of guidance and experience, okay? Don't want you to lose a bunch or get all bum fuzzled. Everybody makes fun of. Well, they don't make fun, but they like the way I talk, boy. Mm-hmm. So you can email me, okay? I'd love to help you. I heard a little bit of news on them in the after hours. Micron. Let's see here. Uh, Man, this is like a perfect rejection. 295. Or what is that? 260. What is that? I can't even see, y'all. 265. Right in there. Here's your resistance. This thing's got a lot of structure up here. And I think you consolidate here for a bit, even though this was a... Man, what a rip. Just getting news, 221 to 260 in a night. I guess it did. Probably you're going to have to vacillate here and back test something. Breakouts over 265. 240. Around the 240 area will serve as some support. 239. And then down here, 220 is big time support, okay? It's turning around and popping for some reason. I guess it got news. I heard something in the news on it. So breakouts over 265, 240 support, and I would assume you probably consolidate here for a little bit while it decides what it's going to digest, okay? All right, people, I got to go. Boom, baby, I love you. I'll see you all in the morning. Mañana. Oh, can you include in that, classmate? Thanks, Elizabeth. Thank you. I've got my eye open on swings. Y'all keep telling you, I've been saying UPS for quite some time now. Long-term investment. USAR. I'll be watching to make a higher low here. And then breakout again is going to be like over 19. We killed this week or two back. So let's see if we get a higher low and 1350 holds. Or if we at the bottom dollar pull back again to like 1240. I'll be having my eye on this. I'll be having my eye on this. It's getting down there. So keep your eye on USAR. All right. All right, my friends. That's it. That's all I got. Peace. I love you. Hit me up. Email me. Come join the Discord if you're not in. Come, hit that description. Sign up with my link. That helps me big time. Okay? Thank y'all. I love you. That's all I got. Peace. See you in the morning.